back.
Apparently, we are going to be starting again from scratch here on the winner's bracket. We're going to be playing all the matches again. And the reason for that, I guess, is they had an improper version of the game.
I think one of the consoles got shuffled someplace, and it was running old software.
Oops. Yeah, so apparently they're going to reset the bracket, start it all over from scratch again. But like you said, the good news is we get more matches this way.
We get to run it back. It's an exciting first.
Yep, exactly. So that was just a dry run. We were just practicing here. Now we're getting into the real stuff. So, yeah.
It's true. Yeah, I don't.
Kind of an unfortunate situation here.
It is, like but hey, we get to play some more Street Fighter, and it'll keep the salt mines full for days.
Yep.
People will cheer and boo, but we get to play some more matches with some incredible players, and from where I'm sitting, I can't be too upset about that. So obviously, this is a very difficult situation, not ideal from anybody's perspective.
Yes, apologize to everybody at home. I know a lot of people are gonna, be talking about this for a little bit, but these things happen.
Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes, and
right.
that's for anybody that hasn't run a tournament and is thinking about running it. Everything about running tournaments seems real easy on paper. Like, you look at what's involved in terms of actual, I got to move some boxes and plug some stuff in, and it's pretty much the. No, it's the core of these events is the 8 million things that can go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting
how you
thing
handle
is
those.
The 1.04 patch changed a lot of small things, right?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest obvious ones was the jab green hand. And I think that's pretty much how they figured it out at that point in time.
It was one of the more apparent things in the match, and
right.
they were,
Right, because I had mentioned as well that it
used to punish all these things.
And then even after SPD, you use it to gain a little bit of distance, but I think he gained so.
And they can tell that immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, just to be fair to everybody, they are going to restart the whole thing. So, I mean, that's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
I think in this situation, obviously these are a super tough call and a kind of decision you have to make in a tight spot with a lot of people watching.
Right.
Very difficult. But yeah, we've got some new matches coming up.
We got some new matches, which are the same old matches. Oh man, but yeah, again.
Second verse, same as the first.
Unfortunately, this has happened, but it's just a good note to the game developers. Put the version number in big numbers, during the versus select screen or something.
Don't
like
look
that.
at me, man.
Man.
I can say this one ain't on me.
Yeah. Well, again, so let's go down the brackets of what we're going to play against. We're going to have GamerB versus Justin Wong. Justin originally won that one.
It was a very close match, yeah.
And then Kazanoko Knuckled. Unfortunately, we had that amazing double KO.
Double KO and a tiebreaker match, and Kazanoko had the momentum going into that, but you remember he looked very strained, so that could be another one that goes down to the wire.
Right. And then 801 Strider versus Daigo. Daigo took that one pretty solidly.
He did. He seemed to have Strider on his heels.
And then, of course, Punkco versus Smug.
Yeah.
We're going to have that run back. And then we will be back to the loser's bracket with Snake Eyes versus Ricky. And then, as I said, SD Panoy versus Mimochi.
Yes.
Infiltration versus EX Pugera, and Mark Teddy versus Bonchan.
Yeah.
And I guess while we have a little bit of time here, I could talk a little bit about those matches that are in the loser's bracket that we haven't got to.
Sure, yeah.
So one of the interesting things about SD Panoy versus Mimochi, if you think back to final round, Jerron Grayson, also a Bison player, fighting against Mimochi, did very well, caused Mimochi to switch to Elena.
I got to say, I think Bison handles Ken in particular pretty well.
So I'm not sure what to expect out of that match coming up.
There has been there's discussion of the fabled triple option select from Ken, and the details of which you can read on your favorite outlets someplace. I think that may have an impact in the Bison fight, but Bison in general is, I think, a strong character against Ken, so It's a good pick for, or a good draw for SD Panoy.
The nice thing about Bison, teleport and maybe EX Devil's Reverse can kind of blow up that little option select because the EX uppercut will miss on all of
whiff.
those.
It's just completely invulnerable.
Right.
Yeah.
And so after that, like I said, Infiltration versus Pugera. Of course, this is a team kill here because both players sent out here along with Punkco by our Kappa.
Yep.
So unfortunate, but that's just how the brackets line up.
Yeah.
So
that's
always
when you have great players, they end up facing each other in the finals.
Our Kappa's going to be the last place that's going to be calling for a bracket float here. And Mark Teddy going up against Bonchan. We saw Mark Teddy 4 rounds straight against Fudo earlier, so that was
incredibly strong stuff. And again, Mark can be a little bit streaky in the sense that he's very much a heart-driven player and plays. When he's on an upswing, I mean, I think can go absolutely toe-to-toe with anybody in the world, but he's been playing very, very well this weekend. I think really strong stuff, including in some matches. G-Dragon is maybe not as high profile as some of the other guys quite yet, but Guy is a scary mirror match. And Mark played it really, really well, so I'll be excited to see that. And Bonchan, maybe with a little less experience against Guy, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and he kind of broke. It's kind of interesting. He broke the second place curse that Bonchan had. He won the Red Bull Kumite, defeating Tokido. Earlier this weekend, Hype Spotting concluded as well. If you guys don't want any spoilers on who won Hype Spotting, mute your stream right now. But apparently Mago took it over Tokido, and now Tokido seems to be having the second place curse. So Bonchan defeating Tokido passed it on to him.
Passed it on.
Said, "Here you go, Tokido."
Have you seen the new horror movie It Follows?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's pretty much the plot of So it's been spoiler central here. Well, it's not a spoiler. It's you figure that out pretty quick. But it's a cool horror movie.
All right, so now if you want to turn the volume back on, you can do it now. So yeah, no more spoilers.
This is the international symbol for turn the volume back.
But Hype Spotting 4 did take place this last weekend, also on the Capcom Fighters channel. So they have been putting up the matches very quickly as well. So
great.
I know on the Capcom Fighters channel on YouTube, a lot of the Hype Spotting matches are out there already. Yeah. So definitely check those out. Some great stuff going on.
I've been saving that to check it out later, but
All right. So once again, if you guys are just tuning in and wondering what is going on, we had played through 4 of the winners bracket matches. Unfortunately, we found out that there was some version problems with the version that we were playing on. And so despite the fact that we've gone through 4 of the matches already, they are all going to be replayed because obviously, even though they're small tweaks and the players didn't notice them at the time, there's a lot of differences in damage and all sorts of little things like that.
With the close matches, it's a difficult decision. That's the call that came down.
So we are replaying all 4 of the winners bracket matches. Again, though, that will be GamerB versus Justin Wong, Kazanoko versus Knuckled, 801 Strider versus Daigo, and Punkco versus Smug.
Yes.
All right. So while we get this all set up here, I know a lot of the players who have already won are probably frustrated. A lot of the players that have lost are like, oh, cool. But, most of these players do want a fair match. And so in that situation where, might have been different depending on how the changes worked out. So
it's a difficult situation.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess we're still trying to sort something out right now.
Track down some of the players.
All right. All right, so.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just trying to figure out something right now. Trying to figure out what the situation is.
Is it time for the old soft shoe?
Soft shoe?
And do like some jazz hands and like
okay.
Some sort of top hat and cane routine.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the delay is right now.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll figure it out in just a little bit. So
we will let you know when we know.
Yep, exactly.
But right now we're waiting for for some players to return to the stage.
I see Justin Wong coming back up to the stage here. As we mentioned, he did defeat GamerB earlier, but now he has to try to do so again. So I'm sure none too pleased, but if he's done it once, he should be able to do it again. So
NorCal, you got to prove it.
Yep.
It's the hard way.
You know, I wonder if the players talk to each other and, you know, if the loser is just willing to just kind of be like, you know what, let's just let the results rock. I wonder if I wonder if any of the players would be willing to do that. Or do you think that they'd all want the run back?
Well, GamerB seems like a pretty honorable guy, and he's plugging his stick back in,
Yeah.
so it looks like no. Like everybody wants to go for it, and you got to respect the competitive spirit. Somebody gives you a second chance. It's just like you see somebody make an input error and have their ultra flail into the air. You don't be like, oh, I'm sorry. I know you meant to hit this button, but you didn't, so I won't hit you. It's a gimme.
You dropped your FADC into Ultra. You know what? I'll just get up and let you Ultra me, you know, because I was supposed to have lost. All right, so once again, we are back. GamerB going up against Justin Wong. 2 out of 3.
The saltiest of runbacks.
So salty that they've switched over to Guile and Hakan. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe that was the agreement that they reached. Like, they each pick each other's character.
Oh, man. Yeah, once again, you know, it's unfortunate that this situation has occurred. And
yeah, very difficult.
Apologies to everybody at home watching this.
And, yeah, obviously it's not the situation anybody would have preferred, but these are the decisions that came down, and the players are on board with that. And so we're gonna let it rock. Do our best to get back to that hype we had before. It's been some very exciting matches on account of the greatness of these players. And yeah.
All right, so here we go. It is the run back. Justin Wong versus GamerB. If you tuned in earlier and saw them play and then left, grabbed some food, came back and seen them play again, no, you are not. This is not deja vu.
You're caught in a time warp.
Exactly.
Well, let's see how this goes. Both showed a few techniques and ideas about this match before. And here comes, GamerB just trying to get in there quick. Nice standing jab check.
And it's really tricky because, you know, I've mentioned before, even in run-back situations when you fight each other in loser's bracket, the person who won usually kind of has a slight mental disadvantage.
Yeah, you got to prove it. Oh, from the front, very tricky, and for the dizzy.
GamerB here with a great start. Went low because Justin was expecting the instant overhead, and
Justin might have been trying that stand fierce again, which will snuff the Jaguar kick if done early, but a little too late there and not able to get anything more than a trade.
All right, goes in for the throw.
Yeah, keep it simple. If you're on your heels a little bit, sometimes that can start things up.
I love the forward dash from Adon. One of the lowest forward dashes. Avoids a lot of those kind of wake-up jump situations.
And there's that situation we talked about before earlier as well. Jaguar kick, such a dominating move in this match, but the mobility of Justin Wong allows him to avoid it.
So we've seen GamerB switch now from fuzzy guard to low to fuzzy guard, and he gets the dizzy again.
And that's a great punish. Well, yes, he'll pull him out of the air with the EX. And a strong game one.
Yeah.
The GamerB in this situation.
You know that Justin probably is pretty flustered right now, but
it's a very tough one.
Yeah, let's see if he can gather himself here.
Yeah, part of mental strength is adapting to new situations you haven't experienced before. So.
Yep.
Good pressure. Oh.
Ooh, wow! Go with the throw and then just goes for it again. And Adon slipping through there, gets the throw, puts Justin into the corner. Trying to keep his pressure going with those air Jaguar kicks, but Justin gets over, drops his own combo.
Crouching jab to keep him on the ground, crosses up.
And then jumps over. Smart stuff from GamerB.
Justin just wants out, finds the neutral jump. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Whiff jab.
Shades of Mike Watson right there from Super Turbo days.
I don't know how anyone gets to own that.
All right, here comes GamerB getting that air Jaguar kick, and again with that jump roundhouse.
And that was the end of him in the first game.
GamerB applying great pressure once he gets in.
Yeah, that has not been something we've seen Justin land yet in this game, which was so important in the first meeting.
And that's something we did see a lot, was the Jaguar kick going over Justin the first time. Nice dash back. Oh no! Not sure if he was trying to do that and trying to hit Justin out of something. Chases down the back dash.
Dash right into that one.
No uppercut FADC.
He's going to let it rip. In the forward dash, read properly by GamerB. And just like that, it's going to be match point. GamerB. Justin's got to dig deep. Not much in the bank in terms of meter. Oh, nice.
Oh, great
does
punish.
he complete? He did not have the meter. Let's do a proper completion.
Got to be careful because GamerB has a lot of meter now. Okay,
good
successful
blocks.
block from Justin there, but GamerB trying to keep the pressure going with those Jaguar kicks. He's using it to counter the neutral jumps.
And great addition of the jump back fierce there in his anti-Jaguar kick arsenal. GamerB doesn't want to overcommit. See if he can get Justin to come in over hard. Okay, good counter from GamerB, and Justin answers back.
Nice jump back roundhouse, yeah. Oh, here it
There
comes.
it is.
He's got. He punished the crouch tech from GamerB. GamerB a little too antsy with that button. Now Justin with a lot of meter here.
Can chip him out.
Oh, doesn't even need to. Just gets the ambiguous dive kick. Takes game 2 over GamerB. It's always tough to go out with a full super bar and all that ultra.
In those situations it's tough, and Justin really knows how to make the holes in your various anti-air options apparent in that dive kick. Good block by GamerB.
Yeah, especially because Justin's really great at that ruthless sweep.
And again, I always like that. Like, don't get too cute at the beginning or try and do a fancy block series. Just go and try and throw him.
GamerB using that air Jaguar kick to get in.
Strong pressure.
Love the mobility that GamerB has right now. Lots of forward dashes, back dashes, keeping his position very ambiguous.
Justin generating offense out of nothing. Very nice series there.
Gets caught by Justin.
Delays the dive kick. GamerB doesn't bite. Too smart.
Oh, here he comes. He's got the offense going now. Spends the meter, gets the extra damage. Nice block on the fuzzy guard from Justin.
But he's starting to run out of damage even on chip. Okay, boards the red focus. He just wants to get right back in there and put himself in ticky-tack range where he can win on stray hits.
Oh, that was really tricky. But great block from GamerB.
At the same time, I do feel like Justin had already committed by that point in the position.
Yeah. Again, that stand jab check.
I love that. Good challenge, but it doesn't kill.
But
who's in reversal is more invulnerable. Good block from Justin. Wow, so tense.
See those standing jabs?
Oh, he got him!
Just a little too far.
He's got him, yes.
A little too far, and Justin.
And that's the mobility paying off. Just not staying a static target, keeping the motion going.
Justin at match point. Can GamerB run this back 2 rounds? Yeah, the Jaguar Tooth has not been an effective weapon. See, Justin just jumps back, dive kicks no matter what, regardless of which one he does.
I think it's a really interesting tool because it's got its own risks as well as its own advantages. Perfectly.
Oh no, GamerB not ready, not expecting that Wake Up EX Messiah.
And Justin's been very sparing with them, relatively, in this set.
Oh, not
good jump away from GamerB. Nice crouching jab and a great throw. GamerB hanging tough.
Going low, and he should be able to juggle, yes.
Good block, and the cross up with that weird timing.
Yeah.
That's the second time he set that up.
Justin successfully blocked it, but then GamerB got that second crouching, the cross up short.
And this is going to come right down to the last match again. Good challenge. Successful anti-air.
Hasn't been able to get it yet. Again, that forward dash, like I said, very useful tool.
That's the cool stuff. Ever since Bonchan made it look so cool, now everybody's doing it. Okay, baits it out, gets a little bit of punish.
Now GamerB has a lot of meter now, so.
Justin not challenging out of the air anymore.
Burns a little bit of that meter, and again, that stand jab. Doing such a great job from Justin checking those Jaguar kicks.
Got behind him. Not able to complete into the ultra.
Doesn't
slow
spend the
jab
meter.
links. Yeah. Stare down. They're staring each other in the face. Now they're firing. Both with an up. Wow, firing again. Justin doesn't try and complete the jungle.
He got it! And uses the EX Galactic Tornado to take it.
2 times for your mind.
Justin advances on as before, but definitely a lot more nerve-wracking and a lot more tense.
That match felt a lot closer in all regards, but Justin Wong taking it down.
Same result, yes. And now we have Kazanoko versus Knuckled. Remember, these guys played each other 4 games already. So we're going to see at least 2 more.
And they were some stressful matches. Obviously, a character like Yun was able to get some rolls on Guile. But Kazanoko picked, Knuckle-Do picked a lot of really interesting spots and was able to battle back.
Now the question is Knuckle-Do allowed to change his character? Can he think to himself, Guile didn't work and I'm going to go with the Capra, or do they have to stick with their character?
I don't know what the ruling on that is, but I'm guessing they're probably going to... They will stick to the same characters. I don't know if they have to stick to the same characters.
All right. It is character locked. Okay. So we just got confirmation they do have to stick with the same characters. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like that ruling.
And I'm assuming that it is probably only for match 1.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Yeah.
So they are still allowed to change in the event of a loss, but not to begin the game. Uncharted territory here, folks. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. Knuckle-Do, Kazanoko.
The zombie Knuckle-Do given a chance at life again. Playing Guile. Let's call him Charlie Nash for this for this
Brought
match.
back to life.
He's back. And Kazanoko, as we remember, was sweating pretty hard at the end of last one. Let's see if he's made had any thoughts. Oh,
no
delayed get-up. Yeah. Very strong stuff. Yes, gets the juggle and another fist. He knows Kazanoko likes to move, likes to hit buttons, and caught him with an additional back fist.
Oh, wow. Just walking into those EX Sonic Booms.
And something actually shut down the EX Lunge Punch, which is maybe the first time in Street Fighter history that move has actually been stopped.
Oh, nice. Overhead from far range.
A really clean round.
Yeah.
Like, he kept Yun out successfully the entire round. Never let him get anything going, which is really hard to do.
Oh, here we go. He's getting close. He's gotten in, closing the distance.
Nice completion.
Okay, great reactions there from Kazanoko. And just goes right in there with the meaty Cog Strong. Baits out the flash kick, gets Knuckle-Do to spend meter, so now he has a little bit more leeway to attack.
It's just all over him.
Oh!
The dizzy, and again, for anybody new to the game, your dizzy meter does not drain while you're blocking. So that block series he was doing, not actually doing any damage, but keeping the dizzy meter as full as it had been. And then that final hit, able to push him over the edge.
Again, we saw this the first time. Knuckle-Do doing a great job cutting off dive kick ranges by throwing out those stand fierces.
And he might have had just one little hole in his game there, and that's all it took for Kazanoko to get in and be all over him.
All right, Kazanoko, 3 bars and an ultra.
Kazanoko with
one of the best at reacting with that whiff dive kick into up kicks.
Now Liquid Knuckle-Do trying to create space for himself. Nice. Calls out that fake block string. Gets a cheeky overhead in there. Oh! Denied. How did he know that he was going to do the red focus on block? That's not even the right time to do red focus. How do you read that?
Well, Duke did it. He read it.
He did the... Dude did the... Yeah, I don't know. They're not a sponsor, so screw those guys.
Oh, man.
Baits out the flash kick.
Oh, again. With that offensive crouch roundhouse, he gets the stun. Oh,
he fires it off. Not going to connect. And he clean.
Now Knuckle-Do.
Match point. Knuckle-Do.
Match point.
Just like that.
And the battle continues.
Yep, good punish.
He loves that opener, and he's opened with that in this series of games multiple times now, from previous match to now.
I mean, he's gotten through the Sonic Boom a couple of times with the shoulder, but you can see that's the risk of doing it.
But that also just shows you flash kick, which should be the obvious strong option. He's so intimidated by Knuckle-Do's play that he's willing to go to these lower percentage options.
Oh, and he reads that, yes.
He's a monster. Smelling the weakness
and the stun. And Knuckle-Do takes it.
And the salt will flow.
Yeah, you can see the look on Kazanoko's face. He's like, it is what it is.
very Buddhist koan there. It is what it is.
It is what it is, yep.
Words to live by. And Strider, a man who's also maybe had some time to do some thinking. And
yeah. But here's the interesting thing. You saw Kazanoko come up, and he kind of had this look like, man, we got to do this. You see Daigo walking up there. He just had this grin on his face, like, oh, that means I just got to beat you another 4 rounds.
Honestly, this is I'm willing to drift straight into cornball fruity territory here. Daigo really does not sweat the small things like this, like flight delays. This guy doesn't care. I mean, nobody likes flight delays, but rather than exploding about it, complaining to all your friends, like griping about it, sinking into those moods, just shrugs it off, smiles. It's like
the man.
It is what it is.
The man was jet lagged a long time ago.
Yeah.
Slept on a college campus table.
Yeah. It is what it is.
So you know what? I'll get my sleep wherever I need it.
I'm not kidding when I'd say that's a source of his strength. He doesn't hold the little things. There are some players we've seen who are powered by anger.
Yes.
Or hatred or revenge or whatever. And those are some powerful engines. But Daigo doesn't let those kind of things bring him down and has been able to find great success.
One of the interesting things here in this run back, however, is that Gustavo has opted to swap coaches. He's fired I Peru, and now XSK Samurai is sitting by his side.
I Peru has been benched.
That's kind of interesting. The player benching the coaches. That's a new one right there.
801 Strider, I'm especially interested to see this run back, not only because I was really impressed with the way he plays, but he is a super great student of the game, and I guarantee you, even when he lost in the last time these guys met, he stared at the screen and was thinking. You could see him thinking. He didn't just get up immediately and walk away. He was like thinking about the things he made a mistake on or what he had learned from that match. So we'll see if he's able to translate any of that into what we see on screen now.
But it was definitely a case of Daigo being very aggressive, challenging step kick a lot. But Daigo got a lot of game out of the throws early on, and there it is again. So it's one of the things that Strider has to be wary of. See, right there, it went for a carrot throw.
Yeah, it's such a difficult position, too, because when you jump over, he does get that nice uppercut position. Oh!
Interesting.
Wanted to stand fierce, potentially.
Nice!
Just answering back.
Wake up tornado throw from 801 Strider, trying to give himself some momentum. Gets Daigo to spin the meter.
Oh, he's in there.
Oh, he goes for the reset instead of using the Ultra, but again, Daigo very willing to challenge.
Oh, he's got a chance here. He drops it, though. And he's shaking his head. He knew that was his. And he left dinner on the table.
That's right. In the immortal words of the philosopher, IFC Yipes, gotta finish your plate, son.
Round 1 to Umahara. Strider trying to find his distance. There it is. There's the jump in.
Gets the knockdown, trying to chase Daigo down. But again, like I said, those uppercuts.
Wow, and look at the neutral jump. He smelled the EX change direction wake up.
Oh, he's in the corner here. Is he going to go into Hurricane? Yep.
Oh, he's doing fancy combos versus Abel. Wow, wake up, stand fierce into red focus. Okay. I'm adding that to my list of things.
Oh, and that killed.
I didn't know. Yeah,
wake up. Killed.
Wake up, double hitting, stand fierce. That was pretty rad. Daigo, a lot of stand jab checks, trying to imply a fireball maybe.
Yep.
Bait Strider into an overreaction. Oh.
Oh, here we go. Strider gets in there. Yep.
And so it begins.
Read the counter hit on that step kick to able combo into the low field.
Daigo standing very strong, but gets it caught there. A nice roll. Oh, wow.
That was such a sick sequence from Gustavo.
Whoa!
Oh, here we go. Uppercut, but Gustavo is going to take game 1.
Revenge of the U.S. He's looking at some notes that Abel had in his hand there. He looks up at it. Wow, focuses right in, lands an opening tornado throw, and the shenanigans begin. Fakes from gets it from the left. Still pressure, showing him a little bit of respect, and goes for the throw. I like it. And Umahara still without meter to be any serious threat. This is a good time to go in.
Oh, not the second hit, so it's just not even going to be a knockdown, just a reset. Whoa, red fireball, trying to catch a focus perhaps, because, 801 Strider did start the round with that focus dash through.
And they're playing in a tense ground game. I'd like to see Strider at least threaten to jump in here uppercut really not that bad. Ow! Finds the footsie game, out footsying the beast. Ooh! And again, with that crazy stutter step rhythm on the step kicks, that was one of the things that sent Mimochi to the grave. And it's now going to be match point. 801 Strider.
Daigo went up for that throw. It was just outside of range.
Let's keep it up. Fight!
Sorry, guys. Score is supposed to be 0-1 in favor of 801 Strider.
Is officially underway.
Interesting that he's going with low forward axe kick instead of fireballs, but here we go. He gets the damage here.
Oh!
That was a little
tricksy.
tricky. Spends the meter for that little trick, too.
Just when you think you've seen it all from Evil Ryu combos. What?
Wow.
Oh.
Daigo says, I'm not done yet.
They don't
I'm still here.
Call him the beast for nothing.
This is the last round. Fight!
It's almost like he's some kind of pet. He is for professional, I think.
Nice use of that EX.
And I like Strider here, showing a lot of activity, trying to rise to the occasion,
Low
but the
fierce,
beast
stand
answering
him up.
back. Oh.
Stun time. What can Daigo do here for some extra damage? Not gonna. Oh! This time he makes it under. Last time he stayed in front. This time he goes under. Daigo Umehara showing the tricks.
My brain. I think Daigo might have been thinking about holding on to that one for a little while longer, and he's like, nope.
Again, between rounds, you saw a little hint of a smirk there.
And Daigo upping the intensity by a lot, but Strider hanging tough here.
Oh,
Wow.
just wake up. Reversal uppercut.
You don't care, and he's smelling. Oh, wake up, change of direction, powers through the crouching strong.
I like that 801 Strider doesn't dash forward every single time on the step kick.
Exactly, showing a lot of restraint, really throws off the opponent's expectations.
Good measuring of distance from Daigo there, comboing to the
air.
Hurricane at max range.
Setting it up. Oh, wow, Daigo all over it. 801 Strider will have one chance to escape, finds it.
And then catches him with a low forward. Daigo, the beast, at match point. Not sweating the first game here. He's still poised to take it.
And he's going to have the focus cancel ability right at the beginning of the round. There it
It
is.
is. And he's going to start with big damage now. It's one mix-up into potential stun.
Oh, and that's
Ooh,
exactly
yeah.
the distance I kept talking about. So difficult for able to escape.
Oh, and Strider had that. He had the hit on the step kick, but didn't confirm it, and Daigo should be able to finish this off. And yes, Daigo Umehara advances again against 801 Strider.
Wow. Well, I was excited because we saw 801 Strider elevate to an exciting place. And Daigo's like, oh, we're turning it up? We're turning up the volume here? Is that what's happening? Okay, let's turn up the volume.
But see,
And turned up the volume, man. Like, that was, yeah.
it's a great lesson. It's something that I've repeated on stream many times, in that one of the goals that you should always have when you play a fighting game is to win with as little as possible. Show as few cards as possible. So you saw the first time they played, Daigo was able to win just by playing his basic game. But then, like you said, as soon as 801 Strider, turned up, up the ante, Daigo's like, fine, now I'll start showing these crazy little
I'm going
low strong
to
FADC
spend a little
tricks.
resources mentally and show some of my juice. I think I wrote an article about that. I think the year was 1943.
Domination 101. That is
I
right.
think it was exactly one of those.
Check
about,
that out in the SRK forums. Look for all of your old Domination.
Or don't, yeah.
It's
Like,
a very
that's-
different Seth Killian. It's a very different
no one needs
Seth
to read
Killian.
those. No one needs to read those.
But shout outs once again to Mad Cats, always supporting the fighting game community, coming out with a lot of great products these days. And as I mentioned, hinted at earlier, they're teaming up with Capcom for Street Fighter V. They're going to have a lot of things, not even just joysticks, new pads, all sorts of crazy peripherals.
Exactly.
For
Good stuff
all
from
your
good
fighting
people.
game needs. That's right. Yeah, but you should read those Domination 101 articles. You really should.
Next match. If we weren't already in an exciting place, we've got returning to the stage. Our
Yep.
Kappas, Punkco, up against Team Pi, Smug.
Yep.
So nice, we had to play it twice. Another good handshake.
I like the expression there from Punkco. The nice smile. I like that.
And this is a difficult one too, because I feel like as Punkco, when you've already removed your shirt in the second match before, is that a card you get to play again? What is the impact of a double shirt removal?
What's the ruling on that? Can he remove his shirt again, or does he have to remove his pants?
Know.
I'm not sure.
Oh no! All right, I don't need a ruling on that. Although I would respect if he had like a skin-colored shirt that he was wearing underneath the first shirt, so he could fake us out that he was taking off his shirt, but then have a second shirt that he could continue to remove.
That would be amazing.
That's when I try and follow the mind games of Punkco. That's the hole I fall down. It's
this is the deadly spiral that you walked into.
And then meanwhile, he just threw me. Well, I'm here plotting.
Oh man! All right, so here we go.
All right.
Once again.
The story before I felt like was one, damage, obviously, between the characters, and two, Smug absolutely challenging every opportunity Seth had to get any kind of offense going.
So much damage! Ow! Pain!
That just hurts.
Pain! And now very close to Dizzy. You know he is. Okay, he should be safe now, but
yeah, he's fighting his way back out right at the halfway lane.
Down a lot in life. He's got a lot to make up. But Seth, one of those characters, very capable of it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, using that dive kick to slow his descent down to get Smug to miss the timing. Oh, wow, Red! The uppercut!
Smug baited that out.
And you have to take that little tiny step forward to get that to hit.
Oh! And that was the closing blow to last game. And he's like, hey, you remember this little song? The duffinest move in the whole game.
Face, meat fist, and here we go again, stun time.
Wow.
Let's see what he can get off of that. Okay, just goes for the simple combo. Last time he went for reset. Short swing blows once again.
He doesn't want to give Punkco a chance to set much up here.
Oh,
again,
no, the wake-up challenge, yeah. And you know, I mentioned this earlier, the first time they played, when I said the EX SPD can definitely be a problem for the block strings. And then the one time he went for the EX SPD, what happened?
Blow.
Exactly. So Smug knew it just as well. Punkco going to character select, probably just to give himself time to think. He has not removed the shirt, but the audience is begging for it. They want angry Punkco, angry shirtless Punkco. The ultimate combination.
I'll personally settle for just angry Punkco.
But this does not look like an angry Punkco. It looks like a sullen Punkco.
Infiltration also. There's a lot of emotions here. It's an especially difficult spot.
Woo! Oh, here it goes. There it is. We've got the double dose.
Even Smug. Smug seems to be endorsing. What kind of world do we live in? We've got grown men standing on their seats cheering for this young Korean shirtless band.
FGC, ladies and gentlemen.
Playing Seth.
I love the message he's sending to himself. Slap on the face. Oh, no.
Seriously? Oh, with the reset fly. Oh, double reset.
Into an instant stun, Smug.
That's not right.
Oh.
That's not right for the people. Oh. It's hard to even feel good about this. That was just a really amazing series by Smug. Incredible stuff.
All those players from NLBC is like, yeah, now you see what we go through every week. You see what we have to deal with.
All right, now Punkco firing back, saying, no more shenanigans with these resets. I'm ready for you.
Okay, good
Smug's
anti-air.
still challenging, yeah. Oh, again, he caught him on the backswing blow. Punkco now catching up. Finding Smug's pace.
Oh, Smug challenging that little head stomp tricks.
But not able to complete out of the combo.
No uppercuts.
Oh, the low. Oh, no.
Doesn't matter. You missed one combo, leads right to the next one.
Very dangerous. Oh, he lives. Oh, that's an overhead.
Fuzzy guard, jump jab, and Punkco even gives him the handshake, says, you know what, you deserve that because I don't even know that was an option.
Punkco going to have to go back to the drawing board on Dudley, and that, I think, is why a lot of the international players have been so excited to see this young guy known as Smug and invited him, as you said, to the Topanga World League.
Right.
This guy is putting a character that I think a lot of people had just written off, not just on the map, but looking like a serious contender. to maybe go the distance here today at NCR 2015.
Yeah, I mean, literally that character went from, this character's okay, he needs more, then Smug played him, and now everyone's like, he's too good, he's too powerful, this character's way too good.
There's no higher compliment than to take something that everyone had written off as junk and turn it world class. But that's the genius of them fighting games, is the ability to create. You're given a box of tools and you can make the most of it, and in your own unique kind of way, find somebody who fits your style.
And it's really interesting because we kind of have kind of like parallel stories here. We have Snake Eyes, who has made Zangief look almost unfair, and Smug, who made Dudley look almost unfair. But interestingly enough, over the past few months, Zangief has been getting kind of exposed recently.
People have done their homework.
Yes.
And this is the stand. I mean, we're familiar with this from years of Evos. Like, whichever character wins Evo, everyone like goes out and immediately starts to play it. Yep. And then next time, everybody's real good at playing against Gen or whoever it might be. They've all done their homework on the sneaky little extra punishes and setups for somebody who's unusual.
And it's usually also a very similar path that Zangief takes in every Street Fighter game. He always starts out feeling like he's so good, and then by the end, somehow he finds his way to middle tier or bottom tier.
Yeah, it's always fun. I like to get in on the grapplers in the early days of any fighting game, because it's the salad days before everyone has figured out how to blow up your dumb tricks.
But here we go. This is where we left off before we restarted everything. This is Snake Eyes versus Ricky Ortiz.
And Ricky, again, is going to put on these these range moves, wanting to control space. Stand fierce, stand roundhouse.
Crouch roundhouse.
Crouch roundhouse, great poke. Zangief not really able to punish that unless he's willing to spend meter.
Yeah, I mean, one of the key things that Snake Eyes has is the stand short with punish in the green hand.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about Chun-Li is you have to be at a range to avoid her normals where you can't get the whip punish.
Oh, he tried to punish that with the jab SPD. Just a little out of range. Crouching strong, very good. Basically every single button Chun-Li has is pretty good against Zangief.
Oh, nice. I like that option, but
creating a little distance because Ricky sensing too close to the corner there.
That was so far.
Oh, Snake Eyes!
All right, Snake Eyes taking round one.
Finding his way in and just hanging tough. And that's the thing. Chun-Li never, and none of these situations does she do a lot of damage. So, yes, she controls the match. She controls the pace of the entire game. But, yeah, suspect losing out on the damage and just letting Zangief find his one big opportunity.
Yeah, and also, just, if Zangief gets in, then it's a nightmare for Chun-Li because her wake-up capability is very much on the low end of the spectrum for characters. Oh, I love that chase down on that stand fear, showing a lot of confidence. Ricky just following up on the backdash, punching Zangief in the face.
And now it's starting to drift out of the range of possibility for Snake Eyes.
Especially since Snake Eyes doesn't have the 4 bars for EX screen hand.
Oh, okay. Got Ricky to overcommit, and there it is.
Yep.
The door is reopened.
Just like that.
And now also, well, let's see. He's still quite a ways from super.
Safe jump setup.
The hiccup. Oh, big stand roundhouse, letting Zangief walk into it. Oh, nice whip punish on the
Oh, what a throw tech. Who's expecting that in that situation?
And Ricky burns the meter, just push Zangief back. Oh! Oh, but not a full punish.
Oh, he was going for chip.
He dropped it again. Oh.
And Snake Eyes actually had an opportunity for another EX green hand there, but Ricky, fortunate.
Wow. Double scramble situation. Both competitors left it on the table there.
All right, nice air to air from Ricky, keeping Snake Eyes at bay.
Reaching, throwing out those normals, let him run right into him. Don't overcommit. That's the game plan for Ricky here. Okay, that's punishable.
Oh, good.
Solid punish.
Yeah, great punish.
Not spending too much to try and get out of there. Snake finding that standing strong, but very, very limited options from where he's standing.
But as you saw, once he gets in, it becomes very dangerous.
Yeah, against her normals,
Ricky doing such a great job keeping Snake Eyes out. Yeah, and there it is. She was just waiting for that jump. And then the EX Fireball, which now causes the knockdown.
Maybe I could say the magic words that it's going out of range for Snake Eyes so he could get something amazing started here.
Okay.
As if on cue.
Commentator.
Oh, from the front!
Oh,
the
trying
double
to chase down the
Chun-Li's
backdash, but Chun-Li's backdash.
So fast, yeah. So fast. Not the longest range, but very quick.
And again, we have moved into loser's bracket. So all the previous 4 matches, the loser was sent into loser's bracket, but this time the loser will be sent home. Ricky Ortiz up 1-0 versus Snake Eyes.
Good pressure. Finds that pile driver. Gonna eat all that gray damage for basically 45%.
Oh, whiff punish there. In.
And
Goes for the SVD again.
That jumping forward allows him to extend pressure at the beginning. Oh, wow. And again, that trade. Yeah, Chun-Li it's difficult for her without a charge to beat things cleanly.
You really have to have a mastery of all of her buttons for anti-air. She has about 4 or 5 really good anti-air buttons, standing forward, standing roundhouse, crouching roundhouse,
In that
standing
situation,
fierce.
I think it might have been standing jab, actually.
Yeah.
Would be the one to...
Uh-oh. Snake Eyes is in. Ricky's taking a ton of damage here. Oh, no, just goes for it again. And using the EX, and he's got the safe jump
setup. Backdash in SPD, and that could do it.
Yes, and there it is. Snake Eyes tying it up 1-1 versus Ricky. Now,
I didn't think Zangief was supposed to be able to kill you that fast. It's like not in the playbook.
curious. Oh, nope, no change. Ricky sticking with Chun-Li. Feeling confident with this character.
Practice this match for a reason.
Standing roundhouse. There's that trade.
Oh,
wow.
Snake Eyes with the frisky pop. Waking up with the lariat.
Oh, just a small punish there with that stand strong. Tried to get the crouch roundhouse that time. Not going to happen. Snake Eyes sometimes just goes for that little light green hand and sneak in with an SVD. Good check from Ricky.
Stays unpredictable. Oh, there it is. That's the trade.
But just
again,
unfortunately, the trade doesn't give Ricky enough time to jump over Zangief.
Exactly. The floaty jump. Oh, she's got a challenge.
Oh, here we go. No. Ricky's going to go right into Kokosho.
Keep the battle going, but still uphill.
Got to watch out for EX green hand.
Yeah. Snake Eyes is loaded. He tried to bait it out.
Yeah. But great patience from Snake Eyes.
Oh, the boot now. Advantage Ricky.
Oh! Not necessarily even needed to be a whiff punish. Nothing Chun-Li could do after whiffing that stand strong. You can see it was a chip damage right there. She recovered in time, just she didn't have enough life to block it.
Oh, beautiful wait. It's like, did he mistime his jab? No, he's just setting it up, waiting until you get out of hit stun to throw you again.
Oh! Nice walking right out of the SPD range.
The neutral jump, so risky for Snake Eyes, but just needs to switch up his rhythm. Try and keep...
Ricky needs to change up the timing on her fireballs. Snake Eyes has been able to get through them so often.
That's the critical part for both of these characters in this game of footsies. Unpredictability is absolutely required. Both of these competitors...
Snake Eyes just trying to walk Ricky into the corner.
Yeah. They're genius at recognizing patterns. And will punish you for him. Runs into the big boot. Using that Superman extendo punch to try and jump from a safer range. Oh, he landed it!
Not going to be quite enough to kill. That was only jab SPD.
Oh, no.
Just a little
Ricky misses the punish, but finds the EX fireball.
Oh, it just goes for the EX green hand.
And you could see that Ricky thought about it just for an extra second, like, maybe I won't hit this. I'm going to hit it. And then Zangief, pow, blam, green hand.
There it is. And Ricky Ortiz eliminated from NorCal Regionals.
Ricky, definitely one of the shining stars of NorCal's Street Fighter scene.
Correct.
Hometown crowd, not happy to see that defeat.
And coming up next, we're going to have a match that we talked about before, Mimochi going up against ST Panoy. Before we get into some details on that, definitely check out turtlebeach.com. Great, like I said, for whatever you're looking for in your headphones, they've got a headphone to cover your gaming needs. So definitely, once again, turtlebeach.com, check them out. Official headsets of the Capcom Pro Tour.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, but once again, we mentioned this a little bit earlier. SD Panoy versus Mimochi. Panoy kind of being a little bit of a surprise, as you mentioned, the Cinderella of this event.
You gotta have one.
Yeah,
it keeps it spicy. And obviously, he's not at all an unknown player or like a weak player who somehow snuck through the brackets or anything like that, but somebody that we're not familiar with seeing quite at this level. He's playing a little bit out of his comfort zone, but he's trying to stay loose here. You see him warming up. A little bit of nervousness, a lot of hand motion, a lot of face touching.
But like I said, the last Cinderella at a Capcom Premier event here in the States was at final round and was Jerron Grayson.
Ah, Jerron, longtime player, very interesting style.
And guess what? He uses M. Bison, and he fought against Mimochi in winner's bracket and caused Mimochi to switch over to Elena, one of Mimochi's 18 surprise pocket characters.
He does have a lot of pocket characters.
So I'm going to be curious to see if SD Panoy can also cause that kind of a frustration for Mimochi, or is Mimochi going to go straight for Elena, or is Mimochi just going to be able to handle?
Let's see if Mimochi doesn't touch anything until Panoy commits. Yes.
Yep.
I thought, I'm just rubbing my hands here. I'm just loosening up.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Did you pick your? Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
Straight to the counter.
Oh no, he's going with a different counter. We saw Evil Ryu earlier this weekend, which was a surprise to a lot of people. Waiting for someone to pick their character first.
Yes.
The Arturo Sanchez
I'm
special.
talking to this guy over here. Oh, did you already pick your character? Yeah. Oh, well, I guess I'll just counter you.
Now remember, when Mimochi revealed his tier list in Ultra, he said the only 2 characters that were S-ranked were Akuma and Evil Ryu. So maybe, he's thinking to himself, I really need to go to one of these higher damage characters.
Play the most game you can play.
Yep.
One attitude. Oh. SD Panoy definitely had a chance to poke at that focus attack again. But playing it safe here.
Yep. And of course, Bison known for these great pokes. Stand forward, stand around house.
A lot of good buttons for a basic ranged footsie game. Not so great for the explosive damage potential.
So I really liked what Panoy was doing at first. He was just sitting back there playing very carefully. Then he went in for one scissor kick, was distanced improperly, and took some damage. Now, back to that original game.
I'm not sure about that jump either, but yeah, showing a little bit of aggression. I really like the neutral game he's playing, and that's been what's got him here so far, is this kind of commitment. And there it was again, and it was also in the position to punish, just like you mentioned before.
If Mimochi had gotten that low forward in there, then that would have been just a gigantic chunk of his life.
Blow up. Mimochi also setting a little precedent with the focus attacks, seeing how willing SD Panoy is to really swing at those with standing forward, which seems fast but has a little bit of recovery, especially if it connects into a focus attack.
Yeah, the main key for caught him.
He's going to create the opportunity here, but
Gets
SD
out.
Panoy smartly.
So the key thing for SD Panoy was in that fight, there was no reason for him to be the aggressor because Mimochi wasn't even walking him towards the corner, and he was doing it, even though it was a little bit, it was very slow.
I don't like that from SD Panoy. That the doubles reverse is very well known to every good player, and he got properly punished in the dizzy. They basically threw that entire great performance in the first round away. Let's see if he can battle back. Bison does struggle, I think, when playing from behind, but Mochi closes it out. Yeah. That was Fast and Furious, or wait, no. I'm not going to say that. All right, so now he seems to be wanting to play more of this ranged game again. Yeah, the doubles reverse.
Building a little meter,
it's fine. Even then, I think there's dangers. You lose a lot of position depending on where you land.
But see, he took a bunch of damage again for doing a scissor kick, for being the aggressor. He needs to play very carefully and pick his moments.
And he dropped a little combo there as well. And Bison, absolutely a character you cannot afford. I mean, no one can ever afford to leave damage on the table, but Bison, least of all.
But the important thing is that Panoy is walking Mimochi into the corner. So he's winning and without taking any damage. Oh, no.
That's the thing. Everyone talks about Bison's amazing scissor kick pressure in the corner. As a former Bison player, like, you go one too many times to the well with that one. Yeah, they just jump back and hammer you with it.
Well, that's the key right there, is once you start going for the scissor kick pressure, you have to throw out the EX the EX head stomp to catch the jumps every once in a while, because it does a ton of damage, and it's such a great discouragement tool for those neutral jumps.
Going back to his good neutral game, but now with the damage deficit.
Oh, beautiful from Mimochi, dashing in for the throw.
Okay, good teleport, but no.
All right, once again, this is loser's bracket. Mimochi is up 1-0.
I wish, I don't know if Panoy has a Coach in his corner, but I feel like Coach could be valuable in this situation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he had all the elements of a winning game there. He just didn't quite stick to those elements. Sort of willfully opted to do something else, and that was responsible for him eating a lot of damage in that game.
Going for a frame trap fierce there. Panoy not biting. I mean, I've noticed that Panoy is very defensive on the blocking end, so I think Mimochi, if he gets that read, might go for a lot more actual throws.
Mimochi also not respecting Bison's pressure on wake up. He's just waking up with buttons consistently, and you cannot allow that as a Bison player. You have to scare them a little bit to open up your throw options. Okay, yeah, now that's that difficult distance where you're just a little bit out of range. A few frames behind, and it makes you more predictable.
Oh, there we go. Stanran has to check the neutral jump.
But he can't even afford to trade block damage, much less a throw. And just like that, it is going to be match point. E.G. Mimochi, this could be the end of our Cinderella.
Yeah, being very aggressive. Forward dash got checked and then immediately went right back into forward dash. Uh-oh, drop combo from Mimochi. Ooh.
Good tech.
Using that hop kick
Yeah.
so liberally. Standing forward to stand him up.
And again, that, yeah, not completing that combo. Looking for an opportunity. I like it, showing some patience, trying to fight his way out of the corner, but running out of life.
And just goes for the EX axe kick overhead. Mimochi is gonna live in loser's bracket, move on, and unfortunately, SD Panoy, his Cinderella hero story ends here.
Something about a glass slipper, etc., etc.
All right.
Okay.
Hey guys, so just a little note, we're having little problems with the quality of the internet here right now. So don't go anywhere. Stay on the page. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reset the stream and we're gonna switch to a different connection, and hopefully things should be a little bit smoother. So we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, welcome back. Northern California Regionals, all part of the Capcom Premier Tour. I'm James Chen.
I'm Seth Killian.
And so hopefully things are taken care of. A few technical issues here, but we are going to go right back into the action. Again, we are in loser's bracket. And
Absolutely.
we're going to start off, as you can see on the screen, R Kappa's Pugera going up against R Kappa's Infiltration.
Super bangs against no bangs. Like, I can't even see his eyes. It's, yeah, I like it.
I'm curious. Infiltration's been going with a lot of DiCaprio. Okay, yeah.
I think he just likes playing DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Because this is a guy who plays, I don't know, at least half the cast at semi-professional to world-class levels. So he's a threat in a lot of ways, but DiCaprio, very interesting, surprising character. And again, I don't think had quite the traction in Japan that she had other places. But Pugera, obviously, a monster with Ibuki.
Yeah,
very tricky when he gets his flow going.
I'm really curious right now because DiCaprio, obviously brand new character to Ultra, so I'm not super familiar enough to think how she would do against the kind of vortex mix-up of Ibuki.
She does have some escapes for sure, but in the neutral game, we'll see if Ibuki's speed is enough to potentially offer punishes to all the feints you see from.
Wow.
Okay, wow.
Going with a hop kick, you barely see that from a lot of Ibuki players.
And no knife follow-up.
Oh, there's that low strong. Great range on that, and a great option for a chase down. But Infiltration went for the dash again and not a second OS.
That is punishable in the non-EX form.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, Ibuki is so fast that I wonder,
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Nice.
Infiltration finding his opportunity, spending some resources to get him back in it.
Get some good damage.
Meter not a huge priority for Ibuki. Oh, tricky!
Oh, great block.
And Pugera just sat there. Like he's
Pugera.
like, cool. Yeah.
It's like cute combo into Ultra there. Now let me show you mine.
Ibuki with the fancy technology allowing her to jump cancel directly into Ultra, not possible for most characters. High execution concept, but definitely gets the job done. Nice. Catching her out of position on the jump.
one we've been waiting for.
All right, safe on block, just getting in there.
And that move usually primarily to punish over-aggression or to catch people dashing in.
You see right now Infiltration using a lot more of the fake ground pounds. Pugera was able to block the regular ground pound a lot.
Forward dash, and the drill puts him in position to get that punish into the series ending throw. Pugera says enough is enough. Burns
Here
the
it goes. Yeah, what's the mix-ups? No? Okay. It's a successful backdash escape from Infiltration. Pugera not going for a kunai mix-up.
Pugera. Oh, wow. Right through. Yes. Wow. Catching Pugera. Not quite thinking it through. Like, obviously he would know that's a solid punish, but I think as an Ibuki player, you're playing a lot of neutral. It's just part of your repertoire. I'm just going to throw this out real quick. It's a nice piece of pressure, not maybe making the proper adjustment to who his opponent character here is.
And, you know, honestly, I didn't notice that Infiltration was charged. You know, that's a great talent to have when you play a charged character, is to hide your charges.
Exactly, and for a charged character, there's a lot of motion, obviously, out of the Capri, so it's easy to forget. Oh, very nice focus punish. That is not a focus breaker, but Pugera, rare drop.
And then just accidentally a little bit closer than she thought, so that low strong.
Oh, very sneaky with the late knife. Catching Infiltration out of position to punish. Oh, wow, back into it. Now DeCapri locked and loaded with her Ultra, keeping Pugera a little more cautious.
Pugera tries to get in there with dashing forward, but
dashes forward and blocks to try and bait out the reversal from Infiltration, who did not bite in the corner. Very smart stuff.
Yeah, just got right out of there with the diagonal scramble, medium kick scramble.
Right, very strong on the escapes. Oh,
wow, let's just go for it.
That was no way to save himself from that. Oh, not connected.
That was supposed to be an Ultra. He got EX uppercut instead of Ultra, and it's going to cost him.
A critical drop. That is game one to R Kappa Infiltration after R Kappa Pugera, EX Pugera had it all right there in front of him.
Are you ready? Fight!
But these scramble situations and having excellent execution are very much a part of the game. Yeah, that overhead actually will catch jumps as well, sort of dual purpose.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
And it's
just aggression.
And strange rhythm, too. I really like this pressure.
Oh, right over the slide.
A dizzy.
Great round there for Infiltration.
And the thing this is now match point to Infiltration. The loser is going home. What was so impressive to me about that, none of those were even really block strings. They were all like individual hits, one after another, strung together by Infiltration in such a genius way.
Yeah, and like I said, because she's a new character, you don't see that kind of pacing from her a lot. That was pretty new for a lot of players to see.
Catches him low. Now not able to complete into the hands.
I think that's the first time we've seen Infiltration even do rapid daggers.
He sometimes does it. Yeah, he has another setup where he does one that whiffs, but now he's turning it on in a big way.
Oh, catches the fake ground pound, and there we go. Here comes the Ibuki Vortex, but the hurt boxes of DeCapri getting her away from the standard bread and butter follow-up to the kunai.
A lot of motion, and Pugera, usually such an explosive fast player, finds his target there. But very measured. Wow, from the front, can he complete?
Goes for a hard knockdown. Nice focus. Dash to escape the kunai pressure.
Wow! That's the dance that lulls you to sleep. You're trying to watch it, predict where she's going to be next. Okay, which one of the things is she get? Wait a minute, just dashing up. Okay, wait, what? I've been thrown. Wow, great finish from Infiltration.
So Pugera had gotten really keen on catching the fake ground pounds and scrambles with the slide.
And he did it, right? He did it with the EX right before that. And Infiltration, I think, picked up on that and realized he's watching. Yeah,
he's trying to see when I'm going in the air when I go into the scramble. So if I dash forward, it's unexpected. He did freeze exactly as Infiltration thought, and he gets the throw.
Very, very nice stuff there. Great awareness from Infiltration.
Unfortunately, EX Pugera has been sent out of the tournament. Infiltration will move on here in loser's bracket. But up next, we have Mark Teddy, who sent Fudo out of the tournament. Fudo, one of the most dangerous players, one of the smartest players.
Super strong.
Of Street Fighter. So it's very impressive and probably a surprise to a lot of people that Mark Teddy was able to take him out 4 rounds in a row.
I think that's fair to say that people might not put Mark in that kind of league, but I think he absolutely should be there in terms of that kind of capability. When Mark is firing on all cylinders, he's capable of playing against anybody in the world. Sagat, tricky one for Guy. Tricky one for Guy. Controls a lot of the range where Guy would like to be walking forward to try and get into range of some of his shorter pokes leading into some of his stronger positions. And Sagat has great long-range normals, obviously all the fireballs to control that space.
Bonchan, of course, one of the smartest players. He has such control over his character. His reads are impeccable.
Very smart. Yeah, and I think, the way he uses the Kara uppercut, which of course is a way of extending the uppercut by canceling the towards and short. I mean, you can cancel a variety of moves, but typically towards and short to move the character forward. So you basically do like a little half dash into an uppercut to extend the range. That can be very difficult as well. Guy doesn't really have neutral jump as part of his game because he does have such a floaty jump, but not a lot of angles for Guy to approach. So it's going to come down to some real in-your-face aggression and making the most of a few relatively rare opportunities, looking for that slide.
I did see Bonchan in the elevator on the way down here, and I looked at him and I said, "Are you ready?" And he gave me this very solid look, like, "I'm ready." So let's see how ready he is to go up against, because Mark Teddy, one of those players that if you aren't ready for, will catch you off guard.
The battle has begun.
And here we go. Last of the first round losers bracket matches, floaty jump, and no uppercut from Bonchan.
Finds the slide. Oh, okay.
Now Fudo didn't have the read on Mark Teddy that he likes to hit a lot of that low short. Let's see if Bonchan.
Oh, just out of range. Nice completion by Bonchan.
Standing forward to kind of like change his hurt box.
He finds it. And Bonchan not biting on any of Mark's baits here yet so far. Mark's been searching in the air with a Bushin to try and get a Bushin grab.
Yeah, the EX one can grab you on your wake up like that. He just hasn't been able to quite get it.
A lot of mobility here. Mark looking very comfortable with this match.
Oh!
Nice stutter step from Mark Teddy.
Oh, here we go. Huge opportunity for Bonchan now.
Oh, did he catch him?
It did! It caught him, and that right there is the skill of Bonchan.
Elevating the game right there. Smelling the wake up or the backdash on wake up, punishing it in the hardest way possible.
Great option select, and now an uppercut. So a really great round for Mark Teddy, all taken out by that one great option select. And you can see now Bonchan with a lot of the momentum.
Oh, he got behind him. Bonchan said, "No shenanigans. Eat the tiger uppercut." Catching him. Nice block from Bonchan.
Signs of Bonchan with a great read so far. He's been...
Playing a much more conservative game. Just trying to punish Mark's overextensions.
Bonchan challenging with his own wake-up normal. Very crucial.
Not afraid of that crouching short.
Oh, and catches him with a low forward tiger shot. Bonchan goes up 1-0 versus Mark Teddy.
And this is the risk, I think, for Mark, is that he's playing a style that expects a certain amount of aggression or a certain amount of button hitting from your opponent. Bonchan just not hitting a lot of buttons as a counter, essentially. He's just
Mark
playing
Teddy.
a very... So I want to see Mark go for something that's missing, if you think about it. Throws.
Yeah.
He's not pushing on the throws. He's not going to... Without that kind of pressure, I think Bonchan made a really smart adjustment there to just not hit buttons because Mark's not forcing him.
Yeah, frame traps. The funniest thing is the biggest weakness of frame traps is just blocking.
Blocking
right?
is very strong in this game, and it's an option that I think people should be... it's not as fun to block a lot, but Mark off to a strong start here.
And interestingly enough, Mark did actually get through that blocking defense, but then a great uppercut from Bonchan. And again, he's just been poking. No throws, no throws.
It's a nice idea with that standing roundhouse, a little out of range. Big possibility.
All right, big damage on that. Gets right in there with a push-in.
There it is. Wow, and the EX Tiger Knee getting over Guy's small hitbox.
And I love how he just put himself out of the corner just with that empty Bushin flip.
Yeah, no, he's shown no fear of the corner. In the first round of the first game, he cornered himself happily. Or Teddy. Great completion. Yeah, he cornered himself freely, and then Bushin flipped his way right back out and was like, yeah, Sagat's uppercut's not fast enough. It's too low to the ground to really challenge that. There's the neutral jump. Oh,
and there's that Kara uppercut to punish.
DX.
Amazing that he can just pull it out as soon as he needs it.
Wow.
Oh,
smart.
close, strong anti-air. Again! Love it.
Good adjustments here from Bonchan. Oh, nice from Martetti as well, baiting out the uppercut.
Oh, but a forward dash from Bonchan! Escaping that pressure.
And for as often as Mark has gone to those anti-air options. Oh, danger. It's a bad position. Yeah, very bad position.
Great jump back fierce from Bonchan. Gives himself the match point versus Mark Teddy.
And this is loser's bracket action. This might be Mark's last stand. Wow.
Ooh.
Saucy. Pushing in with those chains, and again, Bonchan just blocking up a storm.
And Bonchan has really been going to that uppercut.
Oh,
he
and
has
then
diffused so. Oh!
Mark still, okay, he's still in there.
DX, yep, corner carry. But again, see, he's going for those counter hits, but like,
Oh,
here
big
we go.
opportunity, throw him back in the corner. Goes for a reset, and but not able to find it. No! What? Finally finds the throw!
Wow!
To stay alive.
There were so many
Crazy.
opportunities, but this is one of the strengths of Mark Teddy. I'll just say this right now. Whenever something doesn't go as he expected, he goes into the next thing immediately.
He's like a Marvel player in that way. He's just like, oh, did I drop a combo? Nah, that's actually this other thing now. Yeah, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mark very much has that kind of flow with Guy. It's a beautiful thing, and that kind of experience helping him scramble it out against Bonchan to even it up at one game apiece in this loser's bracket action of NCR 2015. Can he find himself? Can he recenter? You saw him reeling back in his chair from excitement. But he's got to play a solid game. And again, I like the throws coming out here. You need that threat.
I love the adaptation of that standing strong, though, from Bonchan.
Bonchan showed a lot of really cool tech and adaptations in that last one. Like that. Great counter hit into completion, but Mark, here comes Mark. What's he got?
Mark got that frame trap to work that time because you saw him stand up for half a second.
Bonchan standing strong here.
Oh, here we go.
Opportunity.
Yeah. Jinx.
Man, and that's the thing that's tough, is for as much as I think throws need to be a part of the repertoire to try and scare Bonchan, Mark's been either counter-thrown or teched like the vast majority of times since those throws have come into his game. There it is again. Like, he's getting tossed around. It's been definite advantage for Bonchan.
Spending a little meter, get some extra damage. Oh, this time Bonchan was ready for it.
He's just playing a wall here.
Oh, beautiful forward dash to get right under there. And now
it's match point for Bonchan. Mark's got to pull something out of a hat again here. Here's opportunity.
But that's the floaty jump of Guy.
And he wanted to wait one extra frame to make sure he didn't just tickle him in the head, but landed in deep enough to be able to complete the combo, and that may have been what cost him at least that exchange and, of course, the game. So Mark's going home. Bonchan will move on.
And that is the first round of losers bracket. So we already have our top 8 in winner's side. So we have Justin Wong, we have Knuckled, we have Daigo Umahara, and we have Smug. Now on the loser's side,
that's an all right winner's bracket.
yeah. So the 4 losers on that winner's side bracket are now going to play the 4 winners of the loser side bracket, and so we'll see what happens here. First up, we have Kazanoko, and he is going to be going up against Snake Eyes.
Very interesting match. Yun can definitely put a spanking on Zangief.
Yeah, it's one of those matches that, you know, that
feels
a lot
like
of
Zangief
people
should be okay.
Yeah, everyone's always like, oh, Zangief does good against Yun. He does great against the Twins, and that's just like been a falsehood like since since the original AE.
Yeah.
And we saw this at Canada Cup earlier this year. Kazanoko was able to defeat Snake Eyes.
It was I think
close.
Yeah.
I think it was like 7-6 or something like that, or was it even more lopsided than that?
I remember it being a more lopsided match, but I could be wrong.
But yeah, so this is definitely not in Snake Eyes' favor at all. However, you know, Yun is one of those characters. He's throwing himself in there a lot, so.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely creates a lot of opportunities. That's not, you know, picking up kind of slop is not Snake Eyes style of play. He likes to, you know, pin you down, and Zangief doesn't have a lot of options against characters that like to jump a lot, and things like the Lariat, which historically have been sort of an answer for that, not super effective against Yun's dive kicks. So we'll see. Yeah, crouching strong, obviously more short burst potential for damage on the Yun side as well, but Snake Eyes is a miracle worker. He finds ways to get it done. So that's the job. He knows it. He knows what you signed up for when he picks Zangief. And the dance begins.
With punish with the standing forward.
And there's the disappointing Lariat. Stand forward, another great tool in Yun's arsenal if he wants to just play on the ground.
See Kazanoko not committing himself to a lot of buttons that's not that standing forward.
It's relatively safe.
When you're fighting against Zangief, it's actually okay to kind of use your best button repeatedly.
Yes, set. Snake Eyes trying to create. He'll often jump back in the corner like that, and that is so he has access to that Superman punch that gives him more forward or more horizontal range.
But we saw this at Canada as well. Kazanoko, once he gets Zangief in the corner, it's all about that stand roundhouse.
Kazanoko showing no respect to the wake up of Zangief, saying, I'm waking up hitting buttons. I don't want to get caught up in any of these tech chase traps that you've got.
Ooh. Oh, he gets that Superman punch in there. Oh, he had to save himself, yeah. Because that would have been Ultra One and that would have been problems.
Snake Eyes showing he's willing to gamble a little with a focus attack. Okay. What is the answer to standing forward?
Ooh.
Switching it up. The towards and fierce. Wow, burns it again.
Oh, and a trade.
Very, very smart from Kazanoko.
Yeah, he was waiting for it to jump. And Snake Eyes tried to be as patient as possible, but finally just gave into it.
I mean, you think if you don't jump for like 20 seconds, you get in the back of your mind, like, he can't possibly still be expecting to jump. I've clearly signaled I'm not a jumpy kind of player, but then he jumped. Which would have been, of course, brilliant if he had actually won the round.
Nice, great reactions once again from Kazanoko.
Oh, he baits it out. Kazanoko getting the standard punish.
Oh, chases the backdash. Yeah, option select and stand forward. And here we go again in the corner, that stand roundhouse.
Oh, and no opportunity. That dive kick gets him to the ground so fast, he's able to uppercut before Zangief is even in range to hit. Coming down from the jump.
It doesn't get any more intense than this.
Looking for it. Still no solid answer to the standing forward, as well as the many other pokes.
Oh, and then the red focus off of that, and that should take it. Kazanoko going up 1-0. Again, this is not top 8 yet, so we are still at 2 out of 3.
Looking very, very strong there. And yeah, as we said, I don't know where the idea came from. Like, Zangief somehow wins this match, but
it's because he shuts down the dive kick pressure, so everyone thinks, well, obviously, then that means Yun has nothing left.
That's it.
And that's not true at all.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things Zangief can do, but it's a tough one. That stand forward, it's not just that it comes out quick, it recovers quick.
Right.
And it's not a great move in most matches, because it doesn't really lead to a lot, but it just controls the space around Zangief brilliantly.
I do like that Snake Eyes is challenging a little bit more with that standing strong. Oh, wow. The active frames on Yun standing strong. He was trying to whip punish the standing forward. Oh,
finds his crouching short. Very much in it. Trying not to jump. Trying to keep it clean on the ground. Creating a little more space than he's had in usual matches or in the previous game. You have to be so sure if you want to commit to the sweep, which is sort of, in some ways, the proper punish to the stand forward. Oh! Crouching
Fierce counter hit!
Who saw that one coming? Not Kazanoko.
Comboed in the stand short? What? And even look, I see like combo feed. He worked on the game and he's pointing at the screen like, I didn't even know that. Who does that? Like, who knew that worked?
The fight is underway.
Oh my God, Snake Eyes pulling that rabbit out of his hat.
Cool. Very cool stuff. But that's just one round, and he's still down a game, so he's got to find it. Wow, Kazanoko getting a little cute there, trying to walk right in. Snake Eyes says, please. And now, just like that.
Tons of damage and no meter spent from Snake Eyes.
He's in danger of giving this game away.
Well, Snake Eyes has to be careful. Always a full super bar and an ultra makes Yun extremely dangerous. Got to watch out for that low. Oh.
And he's going to spend it to make that happen. Snake Eyes, I think, is willing to not take chances and just hold that.
Yeah.
Like, because that's not a position Yun wants to play from. You can take 2 or 3 more of those before it's even.
And just like that, Yun builds that bar back that he lost.
Oh, he baits that out. And nice punish. That is a difficult move to punish. Credit to Kazanoko there. But still slight advantage Snake Eyes, but in a bad position here in the corner. And Kazanoko, the story this round after his blow-ups, after trying to walk in, hits a little too high to complete.
And he picks it up, but doesn't use. Oh, he's got to spend the meter to save himself. Yeah. Oh, catches him
so
with that.
Smart.
Oh, and catches the forward dash with the low short.
That's
Snake
not
Eyes
good.
tying it up 1-1.
We'll see more.
Wow.
A lot of concentration from Kazanoko, crunching the numbers. What do I need to do differently? What's the missing element of my equation? A little more aggression, so a different style this round. It's just going straight at him, challenging him.
And great, yep, again, that dive kick. He's always ready for the up kicks on the backwards jump there. And here's that position that has caused Snake Eyes a lot of problems.
He tried an interesting, much more neutral, more measured style last game, and Snake Eyes stole it away from him in both rounds. This time showing a lot more aggression and going very well for him so far. And he has so much ground to give. He's able to, look, backing up to that position. Every time Snake Eyes takes a tiny step forward, Yun takes another tiny step back. Wow, I like the challenge. Just to put that on Snake Eyes' mental stack, he's got to think about that.
But he is slowly moving him to the corner.
He's got a lot of great rounds, or excuse me, a lot of space to give.
Yeah.
I think he's completely comfortable with this because he's happy to trade damage for position in this situation.
You also have to, once again, be careful of the forward dash, low forward from Yun into red focus.
Yeah, he made a really smart decision to jump in, spotting that standing roundhouse, one of the few moves slow enough to allow him to avoid the uppercut, but not able to capitalize.
25 seconds. Oh, and there it is.
It's the corner carry.
Spends all that meter to make sure he can win this round. He is now, Kazanoko is at match point.
He needed the knockdown. I like the idea with the lariat, but it didn't come. Cost too much life. And now Snake Eyes showing a little more aggression. Well, it's a tiny bit more aggression, but he's playing from about a third of a meter closer than he used to, which is categorized as aggression in this match.
And interesting, Kazanoko adding that. So normally that stand around house is just a button he uses in the corner, but he's using it here in the mid game now, because when he does connect it, it does cause that soft knockdown. But Snake Eyes got the proper whiff punish on it, so we may see a little bit more measured use of it now.
Zangief approaching, trying to make some good guesses here.
Oh, he's in. There it is. Kazanoko gets in there.
And it's basically the advantage of that neutral jump from Yun, which is so strong, is he gets to make the decision after Zangief. Zangief has to commit, and then you can try and dive kick to punish it, which is just allowing him to control everything here. Snake Eyes is now running out of time. Nice crouching jab, but he's going to need a lot more than that.
Yes, interestingly enough, Snake Eyes has never been able to build up 4 bars to go have the EX screen hand. Oh, that is it! And Kazanoko takes it over Snake Eyes.
That's a tough draw for Snake. I mean, yeah, Zangief has a lot of tough matches.
Right.
So, yeah, that's not like a shocker, but yeah, Yun in particular, you definitely have a few that you're hoping a little bit more for than others, and Kazanoko was, I'm sure, near the bottom of his list.
Kazanoko is going to advance into top 8 on loser's side. But coming up next, we're going to have Mimochi, and he's going to be going up against GamerB. Now, GamerB did defeat Mimochi at South by Southwest in winner's bracket, but then Mimochi was able to come back. Oh, no, wait. Was it Kazanoko that he beat? Yeah, it was Kazanoko. He beat Kazanoko. But GamerB and Mimochi, 2 of the stronger players right now.
I'll criticize his stick handling there for a minute. I get nervous when people hold the stick by the joystick.
Yeah, you saw me do that once, and you're like, James, I can't believe that you're even one of the people doing this.
You're torquing the whole mechanism when you do that. You're gonna burn out your contacts. For God's sake, I expected more of GamerB. When you're one of these sponsored fat cats, the sticks just flow like water at you.
Exactly. Right. You get so many more joysticks.
Throws them out after every match, probably. This guy. No,
it's like when you see those tennis players, they're switching rackets.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's like they're just switching joysticks, whatever. I don't need this one anymore.
He's got ball tops. Never mind. I was going to say tennis players stuff the balls into their pockets. And
we're just going down a dangerous path.
It's been a long day, James. It's been a long day. Let's not.
Oh, man. But
keep on that high road, man.
Curious to see what the character matchup is going to be.
Yeah, no, both of these guys, including, we could even see an Elena. I don't know if these guys have asked for a blind select.
Doesn't seem like it, not yet.
Although Mimochi is doing another one of, I'm stretching my hands until you pick your character again. And it seems to have worked out for him yet again. I can't believe no one's wise to that. That's literally one of the oldest hustles in the book.
According to Spooky, the Arturo Sanchez, and so,
every locality has one of those dudes.
Definitely one of the, if it's an old tactic, it's definitely something that Arturo Sanchez could have been using for years and years.
But this is the mark. I think this is going to be a more exciting matchup with Adon and Ken rather than an Elena.
Yeah, the nice thing about Adon, Stan Roundhouse can kind of cover the zone of the step kick.
Yeah, a bit.
Oh, and there we saw that situation where GamerB would have been better off just landing on the fireball instead of trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Here comes Mimochi.
I do think this is tough for Adon. He's got some good normals, like that one. He's got that good normal. But, he's got a lot of work to do. Okay, there it is.
Oh, no, that's supposed to be a forward jump.
Yes.
That's why he's got to replace that stick. No, I'm kidding. Good carrot throw.
Max range. Beautiful carrot throw. And gets right behind the reversal from GamerB.
And interesting enough, it's almost kind of nice that he got hit, because then it just was a soft knockdown, one hit of the
It's true.
hurricane.
Yeah, it didn't lead into anything for Ken. But he's still playing from behind a little bit here and looking to create, great positioning from Mimochi to be just out of range of that Jaguar kick. Now Mimochi, wants to get it done simple.
You can see it a couple of times already, even against Justin Wong. GamerB gets antsy, and then he will throw out that Jaguar kick eventually. And if you have your distancing on point, then he misses that a lot. You can get punishes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Jaguar kick is so dominant, but against a particularly mobile opponent, even if you're playing a character that's not that mobile, but you're choosing to make yourself more mobile, it can be as much of a liability as it is an advantage. And I think that puts him back on the sort of footsie game we're seeing now, and that's not the position you want to be in against Ken. Standing roundhouse is great, but not against all the different tools of Ken.
Yeah, Ken's footsie game, ground game, especially with that step kick, so powerful.
But GamerB very much hanging tough with pretty much one button and a couple of Jaguar kicks here.
Ooh, great whiff punish with the step kick against that stand roundhouse. He gets the sweep and he's in.
Okay, here comes Mimochi. I feel like GamerB was scheming before in the neutral game. We'll see if he's still trying to set up something. No?
Oh, there we go. Gets the uppercut FADC. After that weird neutral jump again, I almost feel like, is that another mistake? But he's got just he does it again. Maybe it's a setup.
He's got something in mind.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
wow,
smart.
Very smart crouch right into the jab. That does land mysteriously fast, as well as having great ability to cross up with a lot of hit stun. No punish on that new faster Ken sweep. Gets to get away with that. Oh, wow. No. Just walks right into position for a good cross up, and GamerB. His brain. Whoa.
Nice, standing forward.
Yeah, they're rarely seen.
And he gets in there, gets the hard knockdown on that sweep.
Empty jump into grab. Baits out the uppercut.
And gets Mimochi to spend all of his meter.
Yes.
GamerB sitting on a full bar now.
GamerB, I think, has gone back into his scheming mode here. Okay.
Oh, gets him from the front.
Good
Trying
block.
to go for the empty jump and a good challenge for Mimochi.
GamerB has a great variety of mix-ups on his post-knockdown setups.
And now chip damage is a danger.
Yeah, and
Low
that
fierce in the
might be
super.
what he's going for. I hope he does not overthink on that one, because I think it's an option that's great to have, but it's not what you want to start game around. Okay, good
Yeah,
stuff.
and didn't need it.
I
got the
get
standard-
worried
yeah,
sometimes when game
players
Yeah,
when
they-
players they get one track minded on some cute thing.
exactly, like they've got it all. It's all working for you. You've brought them right to the edge of death, and then you're like, I could do this other cute thing. And it's like, no, that's actually way harder to set up than the other things you were doing that one.
Yep.
But Mimochi, or excuse me, GamerB, on top of it there.
Looking very strong. Now I did hear character select theme. I didn't see if they chose a different character. Just find out right about now. Nope, it's gonna stick with it.
Drama fail.
Now, did he have Ultra 1 before? Or did he always have Ultra 2, Mimochi?
I want to say he had Ultra 1, but
Okay.
Get started. Fight.
wow, is
Oh,
that
wow,
a Kara
no.
fireball?
And no anti-air. You know,
Yeah.
usually when someone jumps at you over your fireball, you always uppercut anyway. Because if you're gonna block, you're gonna
Right.
block. If you don't, you uppercut him. Oh wow, challenge from GamerB.
Good. I think that throw is something Mimochi definitely needed there to try and, oh! GamerB put him right on his back.
Nice stuff from Mimochi, gets the knockdown. But backdash from GamerB kind of diffusing the momentum from Mimochi.
Yeah, and Mimochi also cracking there with the jump and a lot of wake-up uppercuts.
Interesting.
He's not, I don't feel like GamerB has done a lot of abusive things when he's opted to block, but Mimochi's chosen to wake up swinging rather than block in a lot of these cases. Wow, that was a bold uppercut. This game's getting a little loose here.
All right, so GamerB now on his heels.
Mimochi with some pent-up aggression here. Okay, GamerB puts the fire out.
Wow, landed on the same side. That totally looked like a cross-up to me. And that's the trickiness of Adon's jump arc.
Exactly.
One of the more ambiguous jump arcs in the game. Ooh, that standing roundhouse has given him a lot and gets through that fireball.
Finds the EX, and again, Mimochi waking up swinging. Goes right at it, finds a Kara.
Oh, wow!
Wow, that was gutsy.
Gotta be careful with those Jaguar cheats.
It was a quick meter build just to try and have an EX queued up. Oh, step kick.
All right, Mimochi staying alive here.
It is still game point.
Trying to
GamerB.
maintain his reputation right now as one of the world's best. But GamerB trying to show that he is right up there with everyone in the running for
Yeah,
this year's
he's-
Capcom Cup.
He's been on the fringes, just at the outside of the very, very toppest of levels.
And second place at Evo 2012. Mimochi looking so good here.
Oh, opportunity.
Just went for the crazy Ume Shoryu with Ken.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, settle it down, Mimochi. You're letting it slip away if you want to stay in this.
Oh,
Wow.
strong.
Fancy stuff. Oh, doesn't complete.
Yeah, there
Wow.
it is.
But knew he had GamerB on his heels and able to cling to that momentum and close it out. One game apiece. Evil geniuses, Mimochi.
The footsies between these two players so tightly played. But like I said, GamerB tends to have that ability to trigger first.
Yeah,
But he has been playing it very solidly here. in
I'm
this
really
match.
impressed. I mean, obviously, we all know that stand roundhouse is the best button in this exchange, but the totality of Ken's tools, I feel like give him a slight advantage. But GamerB's really kept it together, just playing a fairly straightforward 8-on game here.
Again, another odd neutral jump from GamerB.
He's got some idea in mind, and I hope we get to see exactly what he's got queued up in that situation before the match ends.
Oh, great reaction.
And that's, yeah, Mimochi is very much playing exactly into the kind of game that I feel like GamerB wants to be playing. He's playing kind of stable, and after that burst of aggression we saw in the last round, that worked out so well for him. I'm surprised to see this this contentedness with more of a neutral game.
Neither one can get the upper hand.
I mean, GamerB's had his standing roundhouse countered a lot by the whip punish of a step kick. but it really hasn't stopped him from using that button a lot.
No, you have to have that button. Without it, there's just not enough game there to contend with
Ooh,
everything.
is he close enough? He is.
But
Get
it
that
doesn't
EX
kill.
uppercut.
What?
Wow, just goes for the
Sweep.
meaty sweep.
Cool.
Great stuff. GamerB once again, match point.
He had an idea. Maybe he thought Ken would wake up with a jab.
Nice confirmation there into the fierce uppercut.
What?
Ooh.
Dirty OS.
Oh, and now he uses
Terra
that
throw.
to get the uppercut. Oh, and a mistimed safe jump. Oh, he stays in the front.
GamerB coming back. Gets him low. No.
Oh, but you know what? You can't uppercut him when he's crouching.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't want to risk it, so smart play after all.
Ooh, couch to get right under there.
And Ken gets back to the open seas of mid-screen.
Great reaction from GamerB again. Oh, and he baits out that uppercut. Damn, the meter. Momochi lost the meter. That's so key in this situation.
And now he wants to just trade with that roundhouse again. Force him to trade. Get back into that range. Force him to trade. That's what's in GamerB's mind.
Yeah, GamerB wants that one extra bar that'll shut down the fireball.
And Mimochi, he wants that extra bar for the EX that might be able to blow up that standing roundhouse. If he can get the EX Hurricane
There
in
it
the right
is.
position.
Both of them with one bar. Both of them poised.
The crowd squealing. They can't take the tension. No one wants to commit to anything. Both stock almost identical meter and similar tricks. Each of their tricks counters the others. And
Oh, there it is!
wow.
GamerB with a well-timed standing roundhouse caught Mimochi walking forward, and GamerB is going to advance on Mimochi. Starting the year off almost invincibly, like no one could beat him, and now we're starting to see some of the cracks in the armor. Either that or it's just everybody else is leveling up their games, chasing Mimochi.
Looking back and being like, hey, we all forgot about Ken. Like, let's bone up. But again, I think GamerB just played, I think, the mentally stronger game. I liked his decisions better. He played in a position that at least neutralizes it. What? This is happening now too?
Punkco and Infiltration. We just had one R-Kappa team kill leading right into another one. Punkco, and not only that, but also country mates.
Yeah, the two native Koreans.
Yeah. With these two players who have become very solid teammates recently. You know, you see Infiltration up there coaching for helping coach Punkco a lot recently.
Yeah, and I like seeing also, we've seen, I don't know if I'd call it a softer side of Infiltration, but he's a guy that really loves to laugh. And, you know,
yes.
I had a chance to get to know him and spend a little time outside of tournaments with this guy. And he was a really interesting guy with a lot more depth than I think I had perceived watching his relatively robotic early play. And as a new player, I think it's natural to go into things like more set play and more sort of grindy single player mode kind of characters. But he's really matured as a person and as a player, and it's really been fun to watch him, you know, show his more fun side off.
And if you've been watching any of Infiltration streams, he is definitely having a lot of fun with, you know, his quote guests unquote playing on the stream.
Yeah.
With him.
He gets a little crazy.
Yeah. But I like it. He's definitely embraced everything about the fighting game community, the good qualities.
The best and the worst. And
yeah.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the FGC. I think that's how that song goes. I don't remember.
I like it. If it's not how it goes,
been
that's
a
how
long
it goes
time.
now.
Yeah.
That's how it goes now.
Yeah, but good guys, and they're having a good time together. Obviously, it's pretty far along in the bracket, so.
Yeah. You can see the look on their faces. They don't want to play against each other. Oh, interesting. Okay, so, I mean, Punkco does have a pocket forte.
No, absolutely. His forte is kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
I watched him play some of that online, and I was kind of shocked to see how good. I think it was it sets against Daigo that I was watching?
It was, yeah,
and he
was
kind of beating up Daigo with El Fuerte. And again, El Fuerte, a little bit more of a crazy style character, which is a good fit for Punkco's natural inclinations. And Infiltration returning to the land of Akuma.
Oh no, Punkco switched back. He switched back while
Double switch.
Yeah. So
Gotta
back
keep your
to
eye
Seth.
on this
yeah,
guy.
back to Seth. All right, so going with their original characters. Interestingly enough, Infiltration not going with the Capre, who's been rocking this whole event.
Oh.
Okay, let's just start off here with a focus combo. Sure, why not?
Into some cool links and the corner push. Infiltration wants to fight his way out. Nice.
Ooh, I love the low fierce. It hits so far above his head,
Yeah.
it stops a lot of those cross-ups.
Counter hit, puts the pressure on. And that's what's so fun about Akuma in this match. Ooh, drops the stand short.
Nice chase down air to air.
Threatens throw, delivers throw. Good touch. Whoa, double dash.
Ooh.
Little footsies. Oh, pulls him out of the air. Good walk forward to avoid the dive kick. And closes it out.
Spends the meter, hit confirm. Very evil Ryu-esque.
Yes.
Of course, you don't get the same kind of damage,
No,
but
very smart stuff. Clean match after a nice opening from Punkco. Wow.
wow, catches the arms with the dive kick.
Oh!
Ooh, no uppercut from Infiltration. Very
Yeah.
surprising. Punkco.
Might have-
Once again, I really just like the use of the standing forward that Punkco.
Yeah, sets a lot of crazy buttons.
Oh,
Oh, a little drop.
doesn't matter, it gets to confirm anyway. And now you got to imagine Akuma close to stun and Infiltration not bashful about wake-up uppercuts.
Building some distance there towards the roundhouse.
The second time, you know, that dive kick, even though it pauses the dive, he's just whiffed one low strong into the second low strong.
Yeah, no, he just wants to touch him. Make sure he doesn't get any advantage on the ground.
One there, a nice meaty stand roundhouse into the face.
Really wants to. Oh, nice overhead. Oh, I like the idea.
Great
Lost
stuff,
the
yeah.
lost the dash guessing game. Everybody's throwing out buttons, but mine connected.
Who will emerge victorious?
One round apiece. Infiltration wants to hold that space.
Oh,
Very
gets
nice.
the crumple from a full screen, goes for the hard knockdown, yes.
Wants to keep the pressure simple. Punkco doesn't overcommit.
I really like this corner control from Infiltration, kind of playing a very patient, reactive kind of game.
Good chase down. Yeah, no, he didn't give anything away. He didn't go for anything crazy, but he didn't let him get out. Kept nice, safe pressure on him the whole way and scored a lot of damage in the process. Very, very clean there. Very clean round from Infiltration.
Spent that meter on the EX uppercut to make sure that it would kill.
Will Punkco? Okay, goes straight back to it.
Sonic boom! This is the fight we've all been waiting for.
Goes for the overhead again. Okay, getting a little looser here.
Nice. Like I said, I love this distance that Infiltration
Yes.
holds in the corner from Punkco.
And he's showing a lot of it. Wow!
Great chase down, yeah. And then a whiff a jump attack into SPD.
Puts your brain a couple of frames behind. You think maybe you're still blocking, but you were never blocking.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's dirty.
such a sick.
And gets him to wake up right into the fireball for more frame advantage. Good pressure.
Oh, nice. Double dash into regular throw into the corner. Stays in front, but Infiltration, he must have seen that
Yeah.
trick before. But here we go. Punkco, one chunk away from taking this.
What?
Ooh.
And I love the stand forward after that, walking forward.
Oh, wow, he went for it. He went for it. Infiltration, didn't believe.
Gotta believe, man. Well, no, you don't. Sometimes you gotta believe. Sometimes
I know.
you don't. It's tough.
I gotta
Yeah.
believe.
It's-
Trying to chase him down with that stand roundhouse.
This bout will determine who is this first champ.
Jumping at that range where it's really ambiguous whether you should uppercut him or not.
well, especially, and they have different options in the air. Both of these characters do.
But here we go, Punkco, dude. Great
Nice
job
punish.
here. Great
Okay.
damage. Already Akuma down. Oh, nice that he gets the crumple. He's going to be able to get the stomps. Is it enough to kill? Not quite, but EX
But
uppercut?
yes, yeah.
Oh, doesn't even need it.
We would have left him in position after the cross-up. Yeah. With that kind of life advantage, you can have a little fun.
All right,
Even Steven.
1-1.
Still 2 out of 3 games.
Coming down, which person will move on, which player will move on and continue to represent our Kappa
Oh, that's
here
definitely
at
a
Northern
mistake.
California Regionals.
Yes, the loser is stripped of their R-Kappa spots. Just rip the badge right off your shoulder. For shame. Good pursuit. Oh. Same crafting strong response.
Try to focus through that fire. Low 4 fireball is never a true block swing for Akuma. So he threw out that EX one to catch the focus attempt. But here comes Punkco, EX SPD.
Keeps it from the front, goes back into the corner.
Love the regular throws he's been using.
That
Ow!
was a dirty cross up. No, yes, no
That's
meter,
gonna be
but he
able to
does
do
have
it.
Ultra 2.
Whap! And now Punkco at match point.
It was actually a carefully researched kung fu technique, that Ultra 2. Based on, yeah, real stuff.
That's where he stole that technique from, yeah. Okay.
Wow, it's all infiltration this round. Good pressure, and I like to stand forward again. Trying to catch him hitting a button. Oh, just a little off.
Oh, I love that. Oh, Hurricane to try to get over?
Will it get behind? It's a tricky
Oh, he had
inbox.
already hit the jump roundhouse.
Yeah. Hit it. Just wants out of there. Nice adjustment with the wall dive.
Oh, no!
Bad decision.
That's the problem with the Tandem Ninja.
Yes.
It's like worse than a fireball because there's nothing even to hit you on the way up.
No.
Once you're in the air, you've avoided it, and it's a free jump and attack.
Punkco wants some of this. And this is the final round, one way or the other. One of these guys going home. Dead even. Both characters flying around the screen. A lot of buttons on display here. They're both trying to play conservative, yet hit a lot of buttons. No one really wants to overcommit. Okay, finally.
Oh, I love that. Just double dash.
Yes.
Get out of the corner. Oh, nice. Great stuff from Infiltration. They're getting that uppercut.
Still strangely neck and neck. No, opts not to go for anything else.
Catches him with a hard knockdown. Again, Infiltration has gotten a lot out of that corner, but Seth, like I said, so hard to keep in the corner.
Dance out, smartly jumping away from that. Doesn't want any part of it, but still throwing up that standing fierce, which is a pretty good track record of punishes from Infiltration.
Just a jump that he wasn't ready for, and he should be able to take it on that. But
so sneaky.
EX Hurricane in the corner.
That's some week 1 stuff right there. They said you forgot about week 1, didn't you?
That's always the best thing is you know, once week 1 stops working, you save it for week 10 because that's when it'll work again. Or at least at this point, what? week 5, 350 or 400,
yeah.
something like that, yeah.
Good stuff to Infiltration. Marching on. It's been a great tournament for Punkco. We've all enjoyed his performances and appreciate him coming out here with the help of his supporters.
And I believe this is going to be the last matchup before we get to top 8.
That'll be it.
And once, but this is Gustavo,
Yes.
who we saw put Mimochi in the loser's bracket, which set him up to be defeated by GamerB. And Mimochi, I mean, frighteningly enough, not in the top 8.
Yeah. So Bonchan, yes, was sent into the loser's bracket by BJ Unchained. Gustavo sent Mimochi down in definitive fashion. We'll see what he's got against the Sagat player.
Yeah. Once again, we saw with Bonchan when he fought against Mark Teddy. Once he just put up that wall,
Yeah.
Mark Teddy just could not get away in there.
I will say, although Mark had corrected this or made this adjustment by the end of the game, I questioned the lack of throws at the beginning in the early rounds.
Yeah.
So Sagat wasn't hitting a lot of buttons. I don't think you can get away with the same level of defensiveness against an able player.
Right.
Throw from guy, not a huge threat. Something I think you need to get on the board to establish your frame traps. But in this case, able, obviously, tornado throw, a huge threat right away. Strider not too scared to go right at it.
Yeah, and he got in there right away with the step kick, but just a throw from Bonchan. It's one of the best reactions to a step kick is to go for throw. Oh, wow.
Good stuff after a nice aggressive beginning from Bonchan. And second tech there.
Oh, wow, stopping the low roundhouse. No anti-air from 801 Strider. This time he has it. And dashes up during Bonchan's little bit of a moment of indecision.
Yes, and that's what you have to do. You have to induce that second guessing in the mind of your opponent. But Bonchan trying not to give that opportunity by putting on a lot more aggressive play than he has historically.
Oh, but here he goes. He has the meter
Ultra
for it.
Will it be enough? It's going to be close. So dramatic. It's like watching a soap opera. whether the Ultra will kill tomorrow on As the World Turns.
It's like it goes to commercial break right
Will this
when it
Ultra
hits.
kill?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dun dun. Tune in next time. All right, nice. With that low throw. Look at this damage.
Yes. Bonchan, wow, still swinging. Very
risky.
high risk of dizzy, but now battling back. Bonchan with brutal punishes on those rolls. Saying, no, roll is not an option for you. Don't try it.
Throwing out those tiger knees every once in a while to challenge the armor of the, or a focus attack.
I'm really impressed with Bonchan. He's picking exactly the right opportunities to turtle up, and it just, oh
no, that was further than he thought it was.
Important drop. 801 Strider opts to save the Ultra, even though it was fully cocked.
That standing roundhouse. Great stuff from Bonchan. Such a great button for Sagat.
Oh. And he threw out that low forward anti-air instantly as Sagat jumped, which is not actually the right timing, but we'll see where it nets out.
He's in, has to spend that meter to keep it safe.
Finds the Fierce. Wow, all the meter.
Look at this aggression from 801 Strider. Gets a tornado throw.
He's getting paid off.
Went for the regular throw.
Smart tech again, man. And Bonchan not cracking.
And Bonchan catching that forward dash.
Great use of the Tiger Knee.
Oh, and he has the meter for it, and this, I'm pretty sure, is going to kill, yeah. Pretty sure. Oh, wait, no, maybe not. That last hit did very little. Yeah, okay, wasn't going to kill. Okay.
What? He bet the farm. That was the whole, I don't know.
Yeah, that
they
was
have
the whole
farms
thing
in
right
Japan. Yeah, I feel like Japan is like somehow too fancy to have farms. They got farms, but he bet it on one crazy uppercut.
You've only been to Tokyo, huh? No.
Yeah, a few hundred times.
All right, so Gustavo takes game one. Oh, big punish off of that with tornado throw.
Good tech. Yeah, very smart stuff.
Love that distance on that roll there. Knew that he could recover right when he passes the tiger shot. Makes it much safer.
Fishing for the counter hit. Oh! Just denied again. How does he know?
Bonchan has really great usage of that tiger knee.
He is just abusing the normals, making Strider reach deep in this round. And this kind of, aggressive sequence is what got kind of paid off last game. Not happening here yet. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, there we go. FADC.
That's the Bonchan special. Yeah, he'll dash in there like he's going to throw you. Wait just a split second. Let you realize you're not being thrown. Then with the short chains. Great stuff.
Oh, once again, 801 Strider taking advantage of that little bit defensive nature. Gets another one.
I think this is what he needs. Look out for the uppercut. Oh, he just gets hit.
Oh, but that...
Oh, out of range. Uncharacteristic.
801 Strider here.
Oh, nice
beautiful
punish.
neutral jump. What a read.
Yes. Bonchan is very much not out of this.
He was so worried about that uppercut missing again.
No. He chickened out.
Oh, that worked. Oh! Is he going to go for it? No, he's not.
Counter hits for days.
Oh, the EX tornado throw.
801 Strider says, we're on the verge of finals here. You better go for that when you land an EX uppercut. Don't think you're just going to like grind it out against me. EX tornado throw.
All right, and 801 Strider staying alive here. Definitely has more resources, but Bonchan has been making so much work out of that low strong, catching a lot of 801 Strider's forward dashes.
Oh, smart change of direction. Says you got some patterns too, Sagat. Wow.
Regular throws.
Just keeping him guessing.
Nice. Oh, but he held it too long, so he couldn't ultra.
And now Bonchan trying to turn on the offense, successfully saying, hey, playing D is not helping me. Not doing me any favors. Fires off the Angry Scar. Thinks he can close it out.
Counter hit! Counter hit!
That could be it.
That was a counter hit step kick. He read that. Is this going to kill? Tune in next time.
Yeah, I don't.
Not quite.
Oh, man. Pixels away. He wants to do it.
Oh, no,
he knew it. He said he wants to do wheel kick.
Don't do it.
He wants to do EX wheel kick.
Do it.
And Bonchan says, I phoned it in against you. I didn't push it to the next level. You made the same mistake. That's exactly the sad trap we talked about
Yeah.
before, where you're playing a great game. You decide to lame it out with some obvious chip damage. Your opponent reads you all the way.
Yep.
Big plays here coming out from both players.
I mean,
Great stuff.
at least you want to throw out one whiff move beforehand to see if he's just reacting to your character doing something.
I only accept that kind of stuff if at least 10 seconds of not doing it has passed. But yeah, I don't know,
And the
man.
EX wheel kick also just doesn't have very good startup.
No,
It's a slow
that thing is
move.
slow.
Yeah.
That thing is slow. It's just because Abel doesn't have anything. And what do you
Right,
EX change of direction?
Yeah,
or
change
something?
of direction might be a
I think
better
it's-
option now.
I think it's better. It's just the wheel kick does so much chip. It's
Right.
like you don't have to like worry about it.
Exactly. Well, here we go, 1-1 between these two players, and a great start here for 801 Strider getting right over the Tiger Shot, and he baits out.
There is. This is
Tiger
having
uppercut.
shades of Mimochi's match.
Oh,
Oh,
nice,
okay, all
beautiful
right.
backdash from Bonchan to get away from that. Tornado throw might have caused a stun. Wow.
Okay, that is a great punish.
In time?
Yes. There's a lot of recovery on that tornado throw. That is great stuff from Bonchan to bring him back into striking distance of this match.
Oh, what a backdash to avoid the meaty.
Oh, he's waiting, showing him a lot of respect. Too much respect? We'll
Again, that
see.
low strong.
Oh, he's bobbing up and down. Lands the kick.
That's the biggest problem with Abel. Once he gets those low jabs, there's really not much he can get out of it.
EX change of direction is really all you can do in the combo department. Anything else like that is just a guess.
Oh, wow, the step kick finds its target.
Another big opening for 801 Strider, and it is match point in his advantage. Can he send Bonchan packing?
Oh, again, that low strong.
Pushing.
Again, that great timing on that roll.
Bonchan is happy here as long as he can stay in the middle of the screen trading blows like this. He's a happy camper. Keeping Abel on his toes, and he's got Abel reacting rather than showing aggression.
Yeah, and 801 Strider had to use up a lot of his resources there.
So good. Great text.
Oh,
he
he
got the
got him,
counter hit.
hit.
What? I don't know if that was a drop or an attempted reset, but Bonchan
He's gonna
snatching
take
it
it.
back.
Yeah, spends all of his meter to do that, but it's worth it to stay alive.
Taking us into the final round. One of these guys is out of here. The other will march into our final 8, Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Grabs him out of the roll. He read the roll.
Now Bonchan turning on an aggression again that's been so successful for him in the past. Basically, whichever of these men can control that aggressive pace has been the winner. Bonchan holding the corner. Good tech.
801 Strider has done 3 step kicks in a row now and gone for the regular throw, and wow, Bonchan gets there, and again, that beautiful neutral jump to read the EX change of direction.
Oh, and now Strider running out of resources after playing a brilliant match this whole way. He still has barely anything in the meter department.
Oh, but wake
He
up,
just goes
EX
for it.
uppercut. Oh!
Okay, he's got a long way to go. That's a nice start. Long way to go.
Trying to bait
Long
out the
way to go.
uppercut. Oh, there it is! Bonchan takes it with the uppercut. All off of that ill-advised EX wheel kick.
801
saved
Strider.
Bonchan.
Yeah, and he knows it was right there in front of him. Bonchan has to know how close he came in multiple matches now. Like, it's come so close. I think Strider's going to have a lot to think about. That wheel kick definitely is a stinger. He, you know, he wasn't guaranteed to win the match had he not done that, but clearly he was read very beautifully by Bonchan, and that hurts. But he played a great match to take it that far, and that will not be the last we see. The last we may see of him at NorCal Regionals, but not the last we will see of him.
For sure, one of the
on
things,
Capcom
I mean,
Pro Tour.
a lot of these players in the losers bracket, Bonchan, you know, like I said, sent to losers bracket by BJ Unchained, you know, it looked like we were getting some sort of parity in terms of skill level in all the different areas, and the players in the losers bracket here in Japan trying to show that there's still a little bit more dominance on the Asian side. So.
Well, I think, yeah, and also, but I mean, who would have expected BJ Unchained and 801 Strider to necessarily be the two to eliminate a guy who's coming in here in one of the strongest roles?
Right.
As you know, I'm a fan of 801 Strider and his play, and
Oh,
BJ
yeah,
Unchained
for sure.
obviously just had one of those out of your mind matches, who's also been elevating his game but it's fun to watch players sort of learn new respect
Right.
for each other
Oh,
as they come
yeah.
across.
For sure. So, but guys, we have reached the top 8. We are going to transition now to 3 out of 5 for all the matches from this point forward. But before we get there, we're going to take a quick short break. Don't go anywhere. It's only going to get better from here.
I'm going to put my special top 8 underwear on.